Every civil engineering firm knows that outsourcing can save money. But what if that's the least important benefit? What if the real value lies in what is gained, not what is saved? Imagine instantly adding a team with 15 years of experience to the roster, allowing larger and more complex projects to be pursued. This video moves past the conversation about cost and explores the strategic advantages unlocked by outsourcing, from enhanced capabilities and faster turnarounds to a renewed focus on the firm's core mission. The financial savings are just the entry point. The initial planning and design phase of a civil engineering project is often viewed as a linear process of information transfer. However, when incorporating an outsourced team, this stage becomes a critical juncture where latent risks can divert a project's timeline beyond recovery. The reason many outsourced projects encounter significant delays before the first deliverable gains. Approval is not due to a single failure, but to a confluence of systemic issues that emerge at the very outset. These issues are foundational, creating process inefficiencies that compound over the project lifecycle if left unaddressed. The core of the problem can be traced to four distinct yet interconnected areas: persistent gaps in information exchange, the unavoidable learning curve of a new project team, communication delays dictated by differing time zones, and the resulting protracted iteration cycles during the design review process. These challenges should not be misconstrued as minor administrative hurdles that require simple adjustments. They represent foundational cracks in the project's structure. A communication delay, for instance, is not merely a 24-hour lag in response time. It often translates into a complete halt in productive work for an entire engineering team. When a critical query submitted at the end of one business day cannot be answered until the start of the next, an entire day of progress is lost. This creates a detrimental feedback loop where minor clarifications extend review cycles from a few days to several weeks, as each iteration introduces a new delay. This is the operational reality of an affected timeline. It signifies more than a delayed final delivery. It represents a fundamental loss of predictability in the project schedule and concentrates intense pressure on engineering and management teams at the very beginning of the project, a period that should be defined by clarity and deliberate progress. This loss of control is precisely what AXA Engineers has built its processes to prevent. An effective outsourcing partnership acknowledges these intrinsic risks and integrates countermeasures directly into its operational model. The primary mitigation strategy begins with the implementation of robust and uncompromising communication protocols. Utilizing a centralized cloud-based platform such as Autodesk Construction Cloud, ACC, is essential. This creates a single source of truth for all project documentation, from initial surveys to revised design files, which effectively eliminates the information silos that form when data is exchanged via disparate email chains or file transfer services. Mandating structured daily stand-ups via video conferencing further bridges time zone gaps, ensuring that questions are resolved in near real time, and that both the client's team and the outsourced team remain in full alignment on daily objectives and emergent challenges. The second strategy directly addresses the team learning curve through a highly structured and documented onboarding process. AXA Engineers minimizes non-productive ramp-up time through established procedures for client integration. This process involves a formal alignment on everything from CAD standards and layer naming conventions to specific software versions and client-preferred design methodologies. This meticulous preparation ensures the outsourced team can contribute meaningfully from day one. To further enhance responsiveness and counteract time zone latency, AXA Engineers operates with a two-shift system. This operational structure guarantees that there is always a team available for timely customer response and support, transforming the time difference from a liability into a component of a continuous, around-the-clock workflow. AXA Engineers also includes two-shift to ensure timely customer response and support. This proactive resourcing model ensures that the project momentum is maintained without interruption. To counter the problem of extended iteration cycles, the third essential strategy is the implementation of phased milestones with explicitly defined deliverables. Instead of approaching the design as a single monolithic task, the project is compartmentalized into discrete, manageable phases. For a land development project, this might mean separating the conceptual layout, preliminary grading plan, and utility design into distinct review packages. Each phase concludes with a formal submission of deliverables that have been predefined in the project scope, allowing for focused and efficient reviews. This method prevents the common issue of scope creep within individual design stages and provides clear, measurable points of progress. It also ensures that any required revisions are contained within a specific phase, preventing a single design change from creating a cascade of rework across the entire project. This structured approach is how the river metaphor becomes a practical engineering concept. Rather than simply releasing the project information and hoping it flows in the right direction, these strategies constitute the active engineering of the channel itself. The communication protocols on ACC build the riverbanks, containing the flow of information. The onboarding process clears debris and obstacles, ensuring a smooth current. The phased milestones act as weirs, or locks, controlling the pace and ensuring that each section is navigable before proceeding to the next. The project's course is not left to chance. It is deliberately surveyed, excavated, and managed to direct the outcome with precision. Through this framework, the outsourcing partnership transitions from a passive arrangement to an active and strategic project control mechanism. By proactively addressing these four foundational challenges, information gaps, learning curves, communication lags, and review cycles with defined protocols and purpose-built tools, engineering firms can transform the initial project engagement. What is often a period of high-risk uncertainty becomes a predictable, structured, and value-additive process. The project timeline is no longer affected by the decision to outsource in a negative or unpredictable way. It is actively controlled and often enhanced by it. This foundational stability established in the first weeks of a project is what enables the strategic benefits of outsourcing, such as increased capacity and accelerated delivery, to be fully realized. Effective outsourcing in civil engineering hinges on the strength of the integration process. The key differentiator is not speed alone, but the presence of a documented approach, clear communication protocols, structured onboarding, and phased deliverables. These elements ensure that projects remain on track and that risks are managed from the outset. AXA Engineers supports up to 1,000 new projects each year, drawing on a proven methodology that minimizes ramp-up time and aligns teams quickly. For firms that have faced challenges with outsourcing or seek to streamline their current process, exploring AXA Engineers' integration framework is a direct path to improved performance and project predictability.